Next on KCAU-9, we expose an 18-wheel parking problem.
We started taking private lessons, and here we are.
Meet a national qualifier in this week's edition of Siouxland Stories.
And surviving April Fool's Day. KCAU-9 News starts now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU-9 News at 10.
And thanks for being with us. I'm Tim Seaman.
And I'm Sophie Erber. Trucking across the country for many hours with no place to rest. That is where many truckers are finding themselves nowadays after a long day of driving.
KCAU-9 News reporter Lydia Vasquez explains why truckers say it's a major safety concern and what the Iowa Trucking Association says needs to be done. It's all in our top story at 10.
Tim and Sophie, in 2012, Congress passed Jason's Law. It's named for a trucker who was murdered after he stopped to rest at an abandoned gas station because he couldn't find anywhere else to stop for the night. Since then, safety advocates have been working to address the need for more truck parking, but truckers I spoke with say the problem has only gotten worse.
It's a major issue. There are just not enough truck stops for all the trucks on the road.
William Needham has been a truck driver for 30 years. He says finding a place to rest for the night has never been this bad.
We're forced sometimes to park on on-ramps and off-ramps, which is unsafe.
In the United States, there are 11 truck drivers for every one parking spot. A member of the Iowa Motor Truck Association says on average, drivers spend almost an hour every day looking for a place to rest.
We cannot sleep. We have to wait until we find a parking spot. When we wake up in the morning, we are still tired. Just imagine how many trucks are on the United States roads. Many drivers begin their day, their working day, and they're already tired. This is really a hazard.
Truck driver Dmitry Sunitsin says a lack of sleep is a safety hazard for truckers and everyone else on the road.
It's a dangerous thing because they can't fall asleep. I mean, the truck drivers. We're driving 11 hours a day, 11 hours. And we have 3 more hours for loading, unloading, and so on. So 14 hours a day. And at the end of the day, we're tired.
Brenda Dittmer is with the Iowa Motor Truck Association. She says money and attention toward the issue are long overdue.
There's some bills being proposed that would put some extra money into creating more parking spaces out there. I think that's the number one thing, is that we need to put some infrastructure in place that creates additional parking.
The more trucks you get out here, the more parking you need, and there's just not enough for us.
The Truck Parking Safety Improvement Act was introduced in the U.S. House in March. It directs the Department of Transportation to set aside certain funds to provide parking for commercial motor vehicles. Lydia Vasquez, KCAU-9 News.
Iowa officials say that they plan to finish vaccinating essential workers with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and that's still a go, but some other states might not be as lucky. Yesterday, we learned that 15 million doses of the J&J vaccine had to be thrown away. This after a manufacturing mistake at their plant in Baltimore. And we're now learning that that plant, Emergency Biosolutions, had a history of citations from the FDA. The mistake will delay future shipments of the vaccine, but not those currently being delivered. The Iowa Department of Health says they do not expect any impact on the state's next shipment of vaccine. And the Biden administration announces 100 million Americans have officially had at least one dose of the COVID-19 shot. This comes as the White House launched its latest strategy today to combat vaccine hesitancy across our country.
The vaccine is safe, and it will save lives.
That is the message. Vice President Kamala Harris is asking hundreds of businesses, faith and union leaders to help her spread across the country. This as part of the push to get Americans vaccinated. So far, roughly 20% of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated. But health experts estimate at least 70% is needed to reach, quote, herd immunity. The U.S. will have enough vaccine supply for all adults by the end of this May.
The state of Iowa is now navigating the impact of $6 billion in additional funding. It's part of the 6th COVID-19 stimulus bill passed by Congress. Now, Governor Reynolds hopes to change the rules surrounding how that money can be used by joining a lawsuit. The governor has ordered Iowa Attorney General Tom Miller to bring Iowa into a motion filed by a dozen other states that would give state leaders the ability to use that stimulus money to cut taxes. Today, House Speaker Pat Grassley told reporters that confusion over the matter is having an impact on setting an Iowa budget for the coming fiscal year.
At this point, I don't think we have any more clarity that I could share with you from our last conversation. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean we can't do something. At some point as a legislature, we're going to have to decide what priorities we still have as a legislature that we would like to address. And we would be just hopeful that we would have some level of clarity, but it may get to a point where we have to make decisions without the clearest of picture that we may want to have.
Republicans like Grassley are concerned if they use the money to cut taxes or even a long-term project like broadband expansion, the federal government could later say that the state didn't properly spend the money, leaving Iowans on the hook.
Today officially marks the 1st of April, of course, and the first day of National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Employees at Mercy One Siouxland Child Advocacy Center wore blue today. That was specifically to bring awareness to the issue that plagues communities across the country. Amy Scarman, the manager at the Child Advocacy Center, says every person in a community can play a part in ending child abuse.
So whether that means helping out a neighbor who's struggling a little bit or offering a little bit of support to a family that needs it. Those are just the things we really want people to think about, how they can help in their community and help kids stay safe.
In honor of Donating Life Month, employees from Unity Point Health St. Luke's took time today to gather, raising a new flag. The new edition says Donate Life and is intended to inspire the community to register as an organ donor during the month of April. Hospital workers are also encouraging Siouxlanders to put green light bulbs in sockets on their porch or outside their front door to help honor organ donors. Of course, most people by now know that today was April Fool's Day. And as the holiday comes to an end, we wondered what kind of prank Siouxlanders pulled off, or maybe that they were on the receiving end of.
Yeah, I wasn't pranked this year, at least not that I know of yet. But KCAU-9's Hannah Adamson did spend her day out and about in Sioux City, and she has the latest. Hannah?
Tim and Sophie, dozens I spoke with actually didn't have plans this year. And with how this past year went, who can really blame them? Now, there were a few I spoke with who were crafting the perfect prank, but even they had a clear message for fellow pranksters.
You know, having a day where you can just kind of do a prank or, you know, just have some kind of humor in your life is good.
I think it's a very fun day, actually.
So I'm going to be pranking my mom.
I'm actually in the process of pranking one of my roommate, actually.
I'm usually on the receiving end.
So I'm going to grab a random sponge, and then I'm going to put frosting all over it.
I was going to flip his whole bed upside down.
And then attempt to make it look very fancy so my mom will eat it.
Just joking around with it.
So when she's gonna eat it, she's gonna be like, why does it taste like that? And I'm gonna be like, maybe because it's a sponge.
I've had some be put on me back when I was younger in school, but none that I can't really remember.
There are some things that are some issues that do, such as, you know, some people will say that they're pregnant and they're really not.
When a prank starts getting personal to somebody, it gets a little too far.
I would say, I think if you yourself could do it on yourself and it wouldn't be hurtful, I think that would be great.
Make sure you know the person, make sure you're not taking it too far on them, make sure it's all in good fun, nothing too serious.
And then test it first, and then you know how to do it.
Okay, I love the fact that you're wearing a true...
I know.
And in case you missed it, a few large-scale pranks of the day. Volkswagen under fire for stating it would rebrand to Volkswagen, and Velveeta announcing its own skincare line. Again, all pranks. Happy April Fool's Day, Siouxland. Tim and Sophie, back to you.
Those are pretty good.
There's still a couple hours left. Your prank could still be coming.
Uh-oh. More people who were evacuated due to wildfires near Rapid City were allowed to return home today. No pranks.
That's good news. However, evacuation orders remain in place for at least 3 communities out west. The area around the fire is under a red flag warning through later tonight. That's all due to dry fuels, wind, and low humidity. So far, firefighters have been able to contain 47% of that fire, which has burned 2,200 acres.
And we also fell victim to some of those wind gusts today that was fueling those fires. Tim and Scott, out west of us.
Yeah, some very strong wind gusts here in Siouxland, over 30 miles per hour at times. But things have calmed down as we look outside on the Ho-Chunk Center camera in downtown Sioux City. We're looking to the north along Nebraska Street there, and things are rather peaceful at this time. In Sioux City, the temperature is being reported at 42 with a southeast wind of 12 miles per hour with relative humidity of 41% and the dew point now at 20. Looking at temperatures throughout the area, they range from the 30s to the upper 40s. It is warmer to the west in Nebraska and South Dakota. A current temperature of 48 for Norfolk and Albion, 45 in Yankton. Meanwhile, just 36 in Storm Lake, and it's 34 degrees in Carroll. Temperatures are far warmer than the same time last night. Earlier this morning, Sioux City had a low temperature of 14, so thankfully it is not going to be quite that frosty. You can see the temperatures have had a good jump. It's 10 to 25 degrees warmer than the same time last night. Looking at wind speeds, you can see a part of the reason for that difference. We have that in from the southeast. It's now sustained between 10 and 20 miles per hour. It's 16 in Lamar's and Yankton, 20 miles per hour in Sioux Falls, and 12 in Sioux City. So the wind is kind of amped up still, but weaker than it was earlier today. We'll zoom out and take a look at our radar picture now. There's high pressure that is spinning to our east, and that is causing us to have some pretty quiet weather locally. It doesn't look like any big disturbances are coming our way until around the middle of next week with a chance of some rain and thunderstorms. Going to the stormcast now, it shows that we do have high pressure again to our east. A strong breeze expected to be from the south for tomorrow, and that's going to usher in some more heat with a high temperature of about 70 here on Friday. We'll continue with that trend going through the weekend. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s on Saturday, and then it's likely that we'll have our first 80s of 2021 happening on Easter Sunday. So a really nice holiday weekend with bright sunny skies throughout it. Tonight we'll have a low temperature of 34 with clear skies and cool conditions, but it will be 20 degrees warmer than last night, so we can be thankful for that. 70 the high temperature for tomorrow afternoon as we enjoy some more sunshine, a strong breeze, and warm conditions. The sunrise tomorrow scheduled at 7:06. And as we take into account the Easter weekend, 70 for tomorrow, 76 on Saturday, and 81 degrees on Easter Sunday. So it's going to be a great day for those outdoor festivities. Maybe you're planning an Easter egg hunt or something like that. Looks like things should be in good shape with sunny skies and relatively warm weather. Here's the 9 on 9 forecast now. It shows that as we get into Monday, we'll see the temperature climb even higher to 83. 80 the high temperature on Tuesday as some more clouds begin to scoot in. And as we go through next week, you can see that we will bring in a chance of some showers and storms Wednesday. And following that disturbance, we'll have our temperatures move downward into the 50s and 60s. But that's more common of what we should see for early April. And another opportunity at some showers happening next Friday. The month of March was one of the 10 wettest that we've had in Sioux City on record, but we could really use some more precipitation, so hopefully more of those rain chances come to fruition. We'll take a look at a viewer picture now, and this was sent to us on SiouxlandProud.com. Some moonlight breaking through the cloud cover there, a great scene. This was taken a couple of nights ago when we had a full moon in Siouxland. If you have a picture of your own that you want to share with everybody, just go to our website. Again, that's SiouxlandProud.com. Go to the weather tab and go down to send us your photos. We would love to share them with everybody here around the region.